Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Canelo signs a one-fight deal with the PBC worth more than $35 million. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And according to Dan Raphael, per source with direct knowledge of the deal with Canelo versus Jaime Munguia, the deal is being finalized. The contracts are not signed yet, but there are zero issues. The fight will take place at T-Mobile Arena on Prime Video pay-per-view and the Zone pay-per-view. This is a one-fight deal with Canelo and the PBC that will pay Canelo more than the $35 million that he was originally supposed to get. Golden Boy Promotions are not involved, which likely means it's Zanfer Promotions that will be involved. Now, there's a few key things that you have to notice here. The first is that Canelo Alvarez is getting more money than originally thought for his fight in May. You know, a lot of people were talking about Canelo Alvarez is not worthy to get the $35 million. He does not deserve $35 million. He can't generate $35 million, and yet they're paying him more than $35 million for this fight. Another thing is Canelo Alvarez still is not interested in working directly with Golden Boy, so that bitterness, that grudge, that fight, that's not over. Canelo's not going to be friends with Oscar. That's just not going to happen. And another thing that you have to notice about all this is that Canelo Alvarez only signed a one-fight deal. Now, the interesting thing about this is, since it's a one-fight deal, that leaves Canelo Alvarez open to many other options. He could go to the Zone for his next fight. He could stay with the PBC for his next fight. Canelo can literally do anything for his next fight, which gives him maximum flexibility. He's the A side. So if he tells David Benavidez to jump, David needs to say how high. Because at the end of the day, no matter where Canelo goes or what he does, if David truly wants that fight, he has to bend the knee to the A side. Now, David Benavidez has recently been quoted as saying that he wants to fight Zurdo Ramirez next. If he's successful in his next fight, he would like to fight him later in the year at cruiserweight. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me, because if you're truly interested in fighting Canelo Alvarez, if you're truly interested in getting that Canelo Alvarez fight, how are you looking to move up yet another weight class to the cruiserweight division instead of being ready and prepared to fight Canelo Alvarez? It certainly appears that David Benavidez is not very interested in the Canelo fight, but Canelo Alvarez signing a one-fight deal leaves the door open to all of those possibilities with David Benavidez. He does not only have the ability to make a fight on the PBC if they can't offer the right money, he can make the fight on the Zone. He can take it to Saudi. Canelo Alvarez has a lot of options to make any massive fight because he only signed a one-fight deal.